Okay, so let's finish cleaning this thing up. We've already got the windows cleaned up. A lot of the stuff has been unhidden. Things we don't need have been hidden. So the last thing to do is to tidy up and finish doing some cleanup on the actual house geometry. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the house geometry, go to polygon mode, then up into graphite modeling tools, I'm going to go to visibility and I'm going to hit unhide all. So all my polygons are back. The next thing I'm going to do is with the house here selected, I'm going to go ahead and isolate the selection. Let's go to see-through mode, and we have X view turned on so we can see where all the open edges are and things like that. And we know that we have to come in here and seal some of these holes, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to edge mode. I'm going to select this edge here. I'm going to pull it out, go to target weld, and this is the easy part here. We're just wrapping up all this stuff. And over here, I'm going to select those vertices. I'm going to weld those. There we go. We don't have that green edge right there anymore. Okay. Back here behind the stairs, we have this open hole. I'll go ahead and seal it up just for the sake of sealing it up. So I'll go to target weld. Weld that right there. There we go. Okay, up here we have ourselves a little bit of an issue with the second floor staircase. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do to fix that. I'm going to exit isolation mode. And let's go to that staircase. Okay, I'm going to take the house geometry. Let's take the staircase in the top and the staircase in the bottom. We got to make some changes there, and let's go ahead and isolate those selections. You have to love that isolation mode. Really makes life a lot easier. Okay, so let's take the stairs here, and we have this open hole here that we need to fix. Let me make the stairs see-through. Both the top and bottom stairs, I'm going to make them see-through, and I'm going to work on the house here. And I need to fill up this hole here, and the way I'm going to fill it up is not going to be, overly complicated. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's take this edge up here, and let's go ahead and go to insert vertex. Right there. We'll just click on the edge to insert the vertex, right click to end that mode. And there's our new vertex. What we're going to do is we're going to take that vertex and we're going to go ahead and snap it to a vertex up here on the staircase. And this is how we're going to do that. Let's go to the staircase real quick and let's take the stringers off. Let's just turn off stringers just temporarily. We can always bring it back if we need to. So let's turn it off. Go back to the house geometry. I'm going to take that vertex there and I'm going to snap it to that spot up there. Okay. And now what I'm going to be able to do is basically take an edge here. You see I have some take snapping off there to not have any problems. And it looks like I did something wrong here. Let me take that polygon, delete it. Let me take this this vertex here, see what's going on with that. I can see it wasn't hooked up to begin with. So this vertex I created in the wrong place. Let me hit backspace to get rid of it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this edge here, and I'm going to extrude it out like so. Take that vertex up there, and this vertex, let me see where this is going to have to go. I'm going to go to target weld, and I'm going to weld that vertex up there. And I'm just doing this on the fly. I'm not even planning this out. And this vertex, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do a target weld on this one as well. I'm going to target weld it down there. And you can see we have some penetration here, which obviously doesn't look very good. But doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that edge, that new edge that I created right there. And I'm going to go to edges up here in the graphite modeling tools. I'm going to insert 2 vertices. Okay. And the first vertex right here, I'm going to take it, I'm going to snap it to that vertex of the staircase up there. I'm going to take this other one here. Now, I don't have anything to snap it to, so I'm just going to move it down a little bit. Or actually, I do have something to snap it to. I can snap it down here to that vertex from the staircase there. Okay, not bad. Now, the only problem is this edge right here. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to go back to the edges menu here in the graphite modeling tools, and I'm going to insert one edge, or one vertex, I should say. I'm going to go to target weld, and I'm going to target weld it down there. And it looks like I still have some kind of an edge right here that's in the way. I'm going to take snaps off, and if I move it down, I can see more or less what's going on right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that edge, go back to edges, and insert another vertex there. I'm going to take and target weld that vertex down here, and there we go. Problem solved. Okay? So that looks pretty good. Now what I need to do is I'm going to go to the staircase here, and I'm going to convert it to an editable poly. But before I do that, let me turn on the stringers. I need those stringers back. And now what I'll do is I will, let me see. Okay, I'm going to drop a modifier in here. I'm going to drop an edit poly modifier because I'm not sure if I want to convert this to an editable poly or not just yet. So I'm going to go to element mode. I'm going to select the stringer over here on the inside of the wall. That's that stringer over there. And I'm going to delete it. And that fixes that problem that I had over there. And that's pretty good. Okay. Let's select this staircase that's over here. And we also have a stringer problem here. So I'll take the modifiers and I'll drop an edit poly modifier on here. Go to element mode. Select that stringer that's over there inside the wall. And I'm going to delete that one too, and that solves that problem right there. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. We have some inside polygons in the staircase, so I'm going to select that polygon and that polygon in the back of the staircase. We don't need those, so I'll delete those. We also have a polygon on the bottom here. I think that's the floor, I'm not sure. Let me turn on ignore back facing. Let me try to select that again, and yes, we do have a polygon on the bottom of the staircase. We're going to delete it since we don't need it anymore. It's going to create some open edges, but that's perfectly fine. There's no problem there. Okay, so I'm willing to bet that this staircase might also have some polygons underneath it as well. So let's select it, go to polygon mode, turn on ignore back facing. We go on the inside here. We can see that yes, there's an inside polygon there and there. So we'll delete those. We also seem to have an inside polygon here, so we'll get rid of that one. We don't need it. We also have an inside polygon down here on the bottom step. We'll get rid of that. And if we look, we see that, in fact, we did not need that. And looks like we're pretty good. Okay, so let me take off see-through mode and just check it, make sure there's no strange clipping. And there's a little bit of strange clipping back here. So let me see if I can go ahead and repair that, fix that up. And that's being caused by, let me see if there's an inside polygon here. There is, that's from the stringer, I want to keep that. I have this inside polygon here. I'm going to go ahead and delete it because I actually don't need it anymore. Let me get out of see-through mode, and there we go. That problem has now been solved. Let me go to this one. This staircase doesn't appear to have any type of clipping issues. So I'm going to say that both staircases are ready to go. Okay, perfect. Alright. So let me take the house geometry here, scan it real quick and make sure that I have all my geometry. I don't have any strange holes or I didn't miss anything. I can see at the bottom of the house is open. So what I'm going to do, let me select the vertices of the entire house. So I'm going to select all the vertices, Control A to do that. I'm going to go to the quad menu. I'm going to go to Weld Options. I'm going to go to a threshold of 0. I can see I have 541 vertices. When I increase it, I have 539. Let me hit Apply. I have what appears to be open edges down here, so let me increase the threshold a little bit more. And that's too much, so I hit OK. Right here, for whatever reason, I'm not getting those edges to pretty much match up right there. If I select the border here, I'm selecting what I'm not supposed to. I want to be able to select the border around the entire object, and we can see that it's working out. It's not working out too well for the front over here. So let me try to figure out what exactly is going on. Okay, let me take. Oh, I see what's going on. This doesn't match up. Okay, we can. So this is easy to fix. Let's go to Target Weld. If I go to Edge Mode, actually, let me show you what's going on here, just so it's easier to see. If I pull this back, you can see it's not connected. So what I'm going to do is go to Target Weld with Vertex Mode on, Target Weld those vertices, Target Weld those vertices, and that's done. We try to find out what's going on over here. Okay, that's perfectly fine, no problem there. Let me go to Border Mode, select the border, and now yes. Now I can select the entire border around the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude that down a little bit like so. Doesn't matter how much I extrude it, just going to extrude it a little bit. And I'm going to cap it. There we go. Just to finish that off and make it nice and clean. Okay, so the house looks like it's good. There's a possibility I may find other strange geometry errors or things like that. If I do, I'll fix them as I find them, okay? So it's no big deal. Nothing to panic over. Okay, so I'm going to say that the house is done. I'm going to exit isolation mode. Alright, I'm going to say that I'm finished with cleanup. I'm going to end this video here. And in the next video, we're going to go ahead and set this up for rendering. It's going to be a little bonus video that I'm going to include at the end to show you how to render this out and make some nice clay renders to display your project here in the best light possible.